In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the external resources that are available within the YouVersion Bible app. So we're going to open up the app and we're going to go to the More button down here. This is where you're going to find these external resources under Videos. And I'm going to scroll down and mention that the videos that are marked as the Bible Project videos, these are exceptionally well done, and I would highly recommend you go in and take a look at these. And these are videos that are created based on each book of the Bible. Sometimes there'll be more than one video. They're anywhere from 7 to 8, 9 minutes long, so they're fairly short. And they're animation videos that explain at a very high level what are the big picture themes contained in that book. So they've got it for each book of the Old Testament. You can also scroll down and they've got it for the New Testament. I'm just going to open up Ephesians and play an example.
Paul's letter to the Ephesians. The story of how Paul came to the city of Ephesus is really interesting. You can go read about it in Acts chapter 19. Ephesus was a huge city. It was the epicenter of worship for most of the Greek and Roman gods. And for over 2 years, Paul had a really effective missionary presence there, and lots of people became followers of Jesus. Years later, after being imprisoned by the Romans, Paul wrote this letter. The movement of thought in the letter divides into two really clear halves. Body armor, which he describes in detail. And Paul has drawn all of these pieces of body armor from the book of Isaiah and how Isaiah depicted the Messianic king. And so now, as the Messiah's followers, we need to make the Messiah's attributes our own, since we make up Jesus' body. Practically, I think Paul means for Christians to begin to form habits, proactively using prayer and the scriptures and our relationships with each other to help us grow and mature as followers of Jesus. And that's the letter to the Ephesians. Very powerful. It's where Paul summarizes the whole gospel story and how it should reshape every part of our life story.
So that's just an example of the type of videos that they've got out here in the Bible Project. Now, the Bible Project has a lot of videos, some of which are not contained out here in the YouVersion app, so you may want to Google thebibleproject.com and take a look at all the resources that they have available. They're very interesting. Now, as I scroll back up to the top, there are some other videos that are also quite interesting, quite good, produced by the Spoken Gospel. So now I'm just going to open up one of these. Let's say I go into the book of Acts.
The Acts of the Apostles chronicles the spread of the church. It shows how God is using the news of the gospel that humanity is no longer separated from God as they were back in the Garden of Eden. For they have been made into the new house of God, for they have God living within them.
So I'm just going to click back. So a lot of good video resources that are out here. You're also going to see some segments out of movies that you can see out there on Netflix or Amazon Prime. So they've got just clips of various parts of the movies. Some of them can be quite lengthy. Some of them are very short clips. I think The Life of Jesus, this one's a 3-hour movie. So a lot of different ways to see video resources that are out here. And it's really videos that are produced external to the Bible Project. So the YouVersion has also produced some videos. And I think these are designed for you to go to sleep listening to scripture passages. And so they've got things like rain in the background or ocean in the background. All right, I've got one last tip for you. If you'll go to the read mode, and you'll see there's an icon up here. If for some reason you don't see the icon, that means you probably scrolled down in the list here. So just to make it reappear, just touch anywhere up here. The icons will reappear. This looks like a little compass icon. If you'll click on that icon, it's going to bring up any related videos associated with the chapter that you're in. So All of the Genesis videos that are associated with Genesis chapter 1 will be here, and you can just scroll through your list. So it's got the Jesus Film Project, it's got the Spoken Gospel, several of them from them, several from the Bible Project, and you can start your videos right from within this section. So if I were to click on the, let's go to this one of the Bible Project.
The first book in the Bible is a book you've probably heard of. It's called Genesis.
Genesis comes from...
So it actually pulls it up right within this window. You could turn your phone horizontal position and the video would play widescreen. I don't want to do that because this video is formatted for a vertical shot, but that's just another way in which you can play videos and get to them quite easily. All right, I hope this information has been helpful for you. Be sure to check out the other videos with tips on how to use the YouVersion Bible app.